I'm Brent Leary.
Paul Greenberg.
I'm kind of tired.
Me,
I'm kind of
me
tired.
too. Me too.
But we are, even as tired as we may be, we are still the CRM players.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking I was going to say, when you said I'm Brent Leary, I was going to go, I'm Paul Green and stop just because I was so tired. I didn't want to finish my name.
It's been one of those weeks. It's like every vendor, almost all the major vendors had some kind of a briefing or some kind of an online event. And then we're planning what we hope will be a good event next week. And it's just been a long week.
Oh my God. Yeah. I honestly, I needed to take a nap just to get up to do this show.
No, no, you need to take a nap because at least you have something to look forward to tonight, don't you?
No, it's not tonight. It's
Oh
Monday.
my God, it's when?
Monday.
Oh, that's horrible. So you got to wait like three more days before that.
Mhm.
Well, at least your team is there. So who are the
Yeah.
Yankees playing in the next round?
Well, this is the tough one. It's Tampa Bay, right?
Yeah.
And Tampa Bay has owned us this year. I
Wait a
mean,
minute.
at
Wait a
it.
minute. Is Tom Brady? What is he hitting? I mean, he can't be that great.
Well, he's in the minor leagues. They got him in the minors. It's with Michael Jordan, right? So Tampa Bay's won like 8 out of 10 against the Yankees this year.
Wow.
Yeah, that's 1/6 the schedule. Keep in mind too, right? So
But but I think I think. Wait a minute. What's this we need to talk about?
yeah, sure. On the sports show, we'll do, we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll
No.
probably do that about minute 30.
Interesting. No, but see, here's the thing. Tampa Bay have they been to the World Series before ever?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Wait, no, actually not.
It's
Marlins
not
have been to the
the
World Series,
Marlins have won two of them. I know that, but
right?
Tampa Bay's never been.
No.
See, they're gonna fold under the pressure. You guys got all that history
Well,
on
I
your
will
side.
say one thing. As bad as the Yankees, or not, they weren't bad, as disappointing as the Yankees were this year, and they were disappointing, all that got forgiven when the playoffs started, right? Because new day, new dawn. I mean, look, the Giants won 2 Super Bowls with 9-7 records during the year, right? So, Yankees were 33-27. They should have probably been closer to 42-18, but with even with their injuries, they should have done better than they did. But the game one, everyone, the Shane Bieber, who was going to win the Cy Young Award versus Jared Cole, uh, pitching matchup of the century, wasn't even close. I mean, we killed Bieber. I mean, what, 5 runs in 3 innings or something? And then we just kept killing their team at 12-3. And then the game that was amazing was game two. I mean, I was back and forth with texting throughout the game with Scott Jeffrey from the Yankees. And both of us were despairing at multiple points in that game. And we were watching our relief staff like implode. Chad Green would come in and, unfortunately, as he did almost all year this year, pretty much give up a tying or losing or winning run, right? So he gave up go-ahead runs. Came in, did everything that you sadly expected of a guy who prior years been great. Every relief. Then we brought in Jonathan Weissica, and I do not understand Aaron Boone's love of this young man. Man, he every time he comes in, he does something terrible. He might. Let's say this: if we take 100%, he might pitch great for 92% of it, and then the other 8% loses us something every time. I mean, like it's clockwork with this guy, and I know. And sure enough, he did it right again. I mean, it was exciting. And Scott and I, when it got to but our offense was just like raking, right? I mean, look, here's like one thing that I was very happy to see. Well, I'd like it to be. Well, let's. Oh, you know why it's not working? Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Try again. No, here we go. It'll work. It won't work. Oh,
Oh
I'll do
well.
it the easy way. I'll just do it the easy way.
To that bullpen.
2-2 to Stanton is hit well out to right field. Naquin is back there. He'll only watch, and Big Giancarlo has hit a homer in his second straight game.
Yeah, and that kicked everything off, right? That just kicked everything into action, and we just were breaking. And we get to we make it 8. We tie it up in the bottom of the top of the 9th. No, bottom of the 8th. Wait, top of the 8th. That's right. We were the away team. In the top of the 8th, we tie it up at 8-8, and in the bottom of the 8th, the Indians go ahead 9-8. It was 8, and we're thinking, oh, come on, man. And Scott and I said 5% chance of winning. 9-9, top of the 9th, 2 runs, right? 9-8, then 10-9. I mean, 10, you get me. That shows you how tired I am. Let's see this.
I know.
It went from 8-6 to 8-8 to 9-8 them to 10-9 us. And then Chapman, with all his usual drama, shuts him down and throws 100 miles an hour, and we win. I mean, it was like, but the game it was the longest game, not counting the delay, I don't think, the longest game for 9 innings in Major League history. Oh, let's put it this way. I started watching the game at 7:05, and there was a rain delay. And I finished watching the game at 1:35.
Now
that's
we won. I
mean, it was really, really long, but you know what? It was exciting every minute of it, and it was dramatic, and it was pulling. Cool. And I kept telling Scott, I'm not going to watch anymore. I'm just going to track it. Of course, I watched. Then I said, I'm just going to listen on the radio, and of course, I watched. Then I said, I'm not listening at all. Then of course, I watched. Right? Didn't matter. I never. And Scott, every time I say that, Scott would just go back. I sent him a note saying, I'm still watching. He'd go, I know. Right.
But hey, at least after all that, you guys came out on top. How tough would it have been if you had watched all that and lost?
Well, that's a lot of times why I don't usually want to stay up that late to do that, because it does happen. And then you think, what a waste of time this whole thing's been.
Sort of like, but when your team is down 28-3, and then they come all the way back and take a 32-28 lead. And then the fourth quarter on a 4th down, the game's about to be done. And, you get a terrible pass interference call that lets the other team off the hook, and the other team ends up winning. So after coming back 28-3, all the way back to take a 4-point lead, only to lose it in the end.
Yeah, undeservedly besides. I mean, they didn't actually lose it. You know what I mean? It's like the other team stole it. That was a stolen game because the bad officiating too.
Well, Buffalo Bob is quite okay with the end of the game, so
Yeah, well, he is who he is too.
So we're going to cut this one short, but there is one thing we have to address. It's kind of a tough one because this doesn't happen a whole lot, but it happens this Sunday.
Yeah,
the Giants play the Rams, and I think it's in LA, right?
Yeah.
So this is like the one time, because the Giants don't usually play the Rams that often.
No, I can't actually. I think the last time they did that was 5-6 years ago at least.
Were we watching the game together when that happened? It seemed like there was one game when I was up. We
watched
the
game. Yeah,
remember
we watched.
But
was that a Giants Rams game? It was a Rams game for sure.
Oh, I can't remember now.
Because I remember I felt so privileged.
Well, we watched. Yeah, well, I couldn't really go anywhere, but we watched like 11 straight hours of football that game.
I know. I remember. It was a great day, though.
That was an awesome. Then we went to Happy Days or whatever that place is called.
Yeah, Glory Days.
Glory Days. Happy Days. The Fonz was there.
That's right. Richie was there before he went on to become a director.
Yeah. So this is this is one of those. How did we come up with doing the executive roundtable 1 week with Buffalo Bob's team I play, and that didn't work out great. And then we have our teams going up against you, the other.
Because on my end, there's literally no expectations of a victory, like none.
I don't.
It's a terrible team.
Hey, Sven, how are you? Good thing you showed up when you did, Sven, because there's not a whole lot more show to go here today. We are really. This is it. I mean, we're getting ready for next week, right?
Yeah, we got a big week ahead with the roundtable, and then the keep in mind, it's not just like those 5 people and Brent and me. It's 19 total people are involved in that thing, right? And that's a lot of people over 2.5 hours of time, which is again an hour at minimally double our longest other event at any point, double our longest other show at any point. So there's a lot of work that's gone into it this week, a lot of work that has to go into it continuing today. So this, because we have people who actually like listening to us once in a while on this show, we came on, but we're heading out.
And we're so tired that I forgot to have LinkedIn as one of the channel that is getting this broadcast. That's why I guess it's kind of just you and I and Peter Kimpotik and now Sven. Do you know who Peter Kimpotik is?
No, I don't think so.
He must work at
Nice to meet you, Peter.
Yeah, we'll talk about Freshworks when our buddy Alan is around. So it's going to be a fun week. I think it's going to be a fun week next week. We got to be
amazing.
It's going to be an interesting week. I tell you that much. Plus, I don't think I told you this, or maybe I did. So, in addition to what we're doing with the executive roundtable, Salesforce is having one of their I think it's like bi-monthly analyst events. They happen quite frequently. Pretty good. But as a kind of a spin on things, no pun intended when I say spin, of course, they are actually having apparently a couple of musical interludes between some of these sessions. And the idea, the brainchild for what's going to take place belongs to Kathleen Obata, our buddy over at Salesforce. And she's
awesome.
She asked if Ray Wong and myself would do a little DJing in between sessions.
That will be awesome.
So
that's going to be awesome.
We're going to see how this works, but we're going to give it a shot. I think there's 2 musical breaks. Ray is going to do one, and I guess I'm going to do the other. So all the analysts out there, don't send me any of your favorites because I'm not going to play.
That's right.
We'll see. It should be interesting. This is the first time this has been requested, so we'll see how that works.
Beginning of the 3rd show that we'll be doing.
Oh my God, I think I can't take doing another show at this point.
No, God no.
But no, it ought to be interesting. That's the day before our event, so that'll be a nice little icebreaker. So
it's all fascinating, man. Well, you know what? If anyone can handle musical interludes, it's you and Ray.
It ought to be fun. Yeah. So I mean, I will say this: 2020 has kind of been one of those years where everybody's experimenting with everything, including musical interludes doing analyst events. I don't think that would have happened before 2020.
No, this is innovation to the max.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. And of course, we'll see how we juggle a cast of thousands. And we're not even including our regular folks like Sven and some of the other folks who will be commenting for sure. I'm guessing they're going to have some interesting comments during the 2.5 hours that we'll be doing that. And
just to assuage everyone's fears, it will be broadcast on LinkedIn.
It will definitely be. It's already set and plugged in for LinkedIn. Yeah, sorry about that, folks, or whoever. Sorry, Sven, because Sven is usually there. What does TDP mean? Oh, top. What does top mean?
I don't know.
Sven, you gotta tell us what that means, because I don't know if that's an acronym for something that we aren't just getting it. But yeah, so next week it ought to be fun, and it starts with our happy hour. We're doing a happy hour, right?
Yeah. Regular happy hour Wednesday. The show, the executive roundtable Thursday, and Friday we'll be back with ETI.
Well, and we will be deep into that series that the Yankees will be in, I would guess.
Or no longer in one or the other.
Is this a best 4 out of 7 this round?
What are we in? This is the AL.
This is the divisional round.
Yeah, the ALDS. So
Right.
yeah, I think so. I don't know. This new stuff. I'm not sure how they. All I means perfect. That you are
yes,
so it really means top. Like
yes.
top.
Okay, yes, we will definitely be there.
Not
Be there, be square. And
be.
actually, we just crossed over the 600 registrations on LinkedIn. So it's looking like it could be a pretty nice event. And we still got a week to go. We still probably get some more registrations.
Yeah, we'll drive for 1,000. See if we can pull it off.
Yeah, we'll give it the old college try.
Yes, we will. Not Northwestern though. they had a bad year last year.
Well, I'm in SEC country, so I'll just pick
all right,
Bama or LSU or somebody who usually wins.
Not LSU after that first game.
Yeah, they really they took a dive on that one. So
yes, they did. So let's stick with Bama for now.
Roll Tide. Anyway, I'm Brent Leary.
I'm Paul Greenberg.
We are the CRM Players, and we will see you next Thursday with a cast of thousands with the Big Five, or as we like to call them, Amos. It ought to be something to behold. We just don't know exactly what.
And please get ready to hold it.
Yes. And on that note, we hope to see you next week. If I could only end the broadcast.